Yes, everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves. We're back for another match preview. Today, we're going to be previewing the game as Wolves travel to the Etihad on Monday to play up against Manchester City. My name is Dave. As you can see, I'm not alone. I'm joined alongside Finners. Finn, how's it going, man?
I'm alright, thanks, mate. How are you?
Yeah, all good. And we've got Mr. Matt Cooper. Matt, how's it going?
Yeah, mate, I'm good, thank you.
Good. Right then. So, of course, we're going to be looking at Wolves, Man City, the match facts, maybe talk a little bit about transfers, who knows. But start off with the match facts. So, Man City have won 5 of the last 6 home top-flight meetings with Wolves. The other game was a draw. The last time Wolves beat him at City was in December 1979 in a 3-2 win. Wolves have picked up 1 win in their last 10 matches with City in all competitions, drawing 3, losing 6. The last time we beat him was a 2-1 win at Molineux back in the Premier League in October 2010. Either of you there?
Yeah.
That was there. Finn probably.
Yeah, Finn didn't support Wolves.
Sorry.
Finn was an Arsenal fan back then. Or was it Man U? Can't remember. Man City are unbeaten in their last 34 home Premier League games against newly promoted sides, winning 30, drawing just 4. The last time they lost to a newly promoted team was a 2-0 defeat in 2007 against Reading under Stuart Pearce. Man City haven't kept a clean sheet in any of their last 6 Premier League home games. Wolves have lost 7 of their last 8 top flight games played on a Monday, winning the other one. All 3 such games were in the Premier League. But Wolves have won 9 points from their 7 games against the Big 6 sides, winning 2, drawing 3, losing 2, more than any other side outside of those 6 clubs. So, lads, City away. Anyone going?
No.
Finn, you're going.
I'm going. I've got to let the other time off.
Here we go. Plastic.
See if you're watching Pitch Consultants.
Yeah.
Little plug there, you'll like that one.
There we go. So, I mean, City at the moment still very much on the title race. It looked like Liverpool were almost running away with it, but City got a crucial win against them a few weeks ago. Finn, I mean, they don't need any introduction really, do the Manchester City, one of the best sides in the world at the moment, some of the best players in the world. But let's look back at the last Wolves League game. It was a shocker, wasn't it, against Palace? But do you think that win in the FA Cup against Liverpool will boost the morale a little bit and give us a little bit of momentum going into this game?
Yeah, I think it came at the right time because that Palace game seems like a long time ago now, even though it was awful. But same could be said for Man City. They were just about in their bad patch, and then all of a sudden they smashed 7-0, 9-0 past Rotherham. I suppose it is past Rotherham and Burton, but that many goals can't do any bad to their confidence. Obviously, as I said, there's that sort of bad patch. That Liverpool result was a game changer, really. But yeah, it's almost, I don't think it is specifically, we're catching them at a good time. And I don't think we're especially in the biggest vein of form ourselves. Like, I know the Tottenham result was amazing, which seems even longer ago now. The Liverpool game just didn't, it was something about it. People were commenting about the atmosphere, about stuff like that. It doesn't feel like a giant killing almost. I think I put on my live stream like giant killing incoming, but you saw the team and you're like, it's just sort of like, we should have won that in the end. So it's not as if that's made us go, oh my God, we can beat anyone.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of teenagers in that team. There's still some great players in there. And obviously there's that tweet going around of their price of their team, but that's boosted by your Caters, your Fabinhos. That's basically the whole team price made up there. So it's not as if I feel like we can take on the world now. But with Man City, we're one of the only teams to get something against them. I think they'll be more prepared for us this time, maybe not as arrogant. Maybe we'll do their homework a bit more, because I think the big teams go out and play their own game, and I assume Man City will as well, but maybe a little bit more looking at Wolves, giving us a little bit more respect, because we're owed it with the results we've had against the big 6 this year, this season.
Yeah. Matt, Wolves have now, we're playing that sort of 5-2, 5-2-3 that we're so, I don't want to say famous for, but we've played a lot this season. We're even trying a 5-3-2, which he showed against Liverpool. Do you think that sort of team, do you think he could even go unchanged from the Liverpool game into this City game? Because although on paper it's quite a defensive lineup, and Moutinho can easily drop into that midfield 3, do you think that would suit Wolves against City?
Yeah, apart from obviously Patricio for Ruddy, the only other change I'd make is what you laughing at. The only other change I'd make would bring Doc back in.
Yeah. Vinagre out or
yeah, and that's not because Vinagre played bad. It's just we need a little bit more defensive mindfulness against City, or otherwise pick us apart. Vinagre's great going forward and stretching play, and he looks a real player. But I just think we need a little bit more defensive discipline against teams like City. But apart from that, I wouldn't change anything. I mean, I know I'm pushing the Adama Traore movement, but I'd prefer to see Jota and Jimenez play because they linked up really well against Liverpool. So yeah, the only two changes I'd make would be Doc and Patricio.
Well, Matt, if you're a real Adama Traore fan, you need to dye your hair bleach blonde for the next video.
I'm scared it will.
If we beat Man City,
it'll completely fall out.
Oh yeah, if you beat Man City and Adama scores, would you do it?
So if we beat Man City and Adama scores, will I dye my hair peroxide blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah, and shave.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Of course I would.
Yes.
Mate, of course I would.
Brilliant. That I like that, Finn. This is a good forfeit for him.
And if Jimenez scores,
you've got to shove a burrito up your arse.
All right.
Sombreros all that.
Let's
I'll think.
Yeah. Let's move on quickly. We've got the thoughts from Ray at Man City Fan TV. Matt spoke to him earlier this week, and this is his thoughts on the upcoming game.
So Matt's first question to me is, what are my thoughts on Wolves this season? Well, they got promoted last season, playing some exciting football. I think we were eagerly anticipating their arrival in the Premier League and to see what they were all about and whether they could continue in the same vein. They spent a lot of money. You guys spent was it 100 million pounds, and you had some exciting players as well. And I think overall, after 21 games, your record isn't bad. You won 8 games. You got 29 points, and my feeling is the way the season is going at the moment, that might actually be just about enough to keep you in the league. I never really thought you'd be struggling the way Huddersfield and Fulham and Burnley and all those other clubs are down at the bottom. I thought Wolves had too much about them. They had too much quality within them. I think the only thing that I would look at and say is a slight worry is you've only scored, I think, 23 goals in 21 games, which I don't think is enough. But hey, you've tried to, I think, play attractive football. You tried to play the right way, and that can only be commended. So yeah, I think it's a very good reintroduction to the Premier League. Question 2. Matt asks me, can you identify one Wolves player as a real threat and why? All right. Well, obviously, I don't watch Wolves every week. I'll see highlights now and again. I'm more focused, obviously, on Man City and watching our games every 3 or 4 days at the moment. One is your striker, Raul Jimenez. Now, as I said in another answer to another question, you've only scored 23 league goals and he's got 6 of them. He's also weighed in with 4 assists. So, for 23 goals, he's been involved with 10 of them. Nearly half your goals, he's had a hand in them. And now I think he's not done badly for you. He's led the line well. He's strong and powerful. And as I said, he's scored those goals, and you can't take that away from him. I don't keep an eye on the charts of the goal scoring charts in the Premier League, but I'm guessing the leader's got about 12 goals or something. So he's probably not doing too bad in the charts as well. Question 3: are you pleased with how City have done this season? Well, if you asked me before the start of the season, you'd have played 21 league games, you'd have 50 points. That's not too bad, it's not too shabby. You'd have qualified from the Champions League group as group winners. That's not too bad either. You'll be in the semi-final, or pretty much now, the final of the Carabao Cup. And you'll be in the 4th round of the FA Cup. I'd have taken that all day long. Absolutely, no question about it. We're second. That is a bit of a surprise. That I expected it to be tighter this season. I've said it many times. I didn't expect us to get 100 points. We would drop points, and I thought we would be around the 90, 92 point level. That's my feeling. And other teams would get closer to us. So as we drop down, others would get closer to us, and they'd breach that gap. And Liverpool have definitely done that. So am I pleased? I think overall I'm pleased, because we look at it. I mean, we're in first week of January just gone. We're in all 4 competitions. We've got a chance to win all 4 competitions, and that's a lot better than most clubs, who are just left in the league. There's only realistically 3 teams that can win it, and in the cups, teams have already been knocked out. So overall, I've got to be pleased with the way City have gone this season, and I think we'll carry on in the same vein. And my score prediction, well, I think Wolves will score. I mean, City have struggled in recent games. I think it's only in the 2 cup games against Burton and Rotherham that we've managed to keep a clean sheet in about 12 games. I think it was about 11 or 12 games on the bounce. We just could not keep a clean sheet. So I expect Wolves to score, but I'm hopeful that City have got their poor performances out of the system. We've got our best players back, like Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, Fernandinho. I think those three players are key to what we can do and what we can achieve for the rest of the season. And I'm going for a City win, 3-1.
So there were Ray's thoughts. Obviously, Man City Fan TV, their links in the description down below. But Finn, obviously Matt's given his thoughts on who he'd bring in, who he'd take out. John Ruddy, do you think he's done enough just from that one save against Liverpool to Matt's face to earn a shout against Man City or not?
One of the biggest, I think, whether it's controversial or not, but I think Patricio would have saved that as well. The only thing that he does have over him is the kick in, and
even that was poor against Liverpool, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, rubbish. Yeah, but I suppose whoever's in goal against Man City, they're going to be facing a lot more shots than they are kicking the ball, I suppose. But so
who's a better shot stopper, Patricio?
I think Patricio is a better shot stopper. I don't think Man City are the sort of team to do. If you think of the goals against Fulham, against Cardiff, where Patricio wasn't great at commanding his area, I don't think Man City are going to do that, because, I mean, it was against Fulham and Cardiff, and that's their sort of tactics. Man City will play nice football, and if it's a one-on-one, I definitely back Patricio more than I would back Ruddy. But they've both got things better than each other. But if it was horses for courses, when they're going to be facing a lot of shots, I assume. Yeah. Obviously, Patricio making that worldy save last time against Man City, and there was a few other decent ones as well.
That save was better than the Ruddy save.
Oh,
probably
easy, mate. Was it in the post? Oh, great save, but it wasn't even.
Well, let's put a vote in the comment section down below. Which one was better?
Even on target. And as much for commanding his area, I don't think. If you looked at Ruddy last season, you would have thought he was a vampire. I'm afraid he was a crosses. He'd never come for one. So.
Well, let's put a vote in the comment section. Which save was better, Ruddy against Shaqiri or Patricio against Sterling? And let's see what.
And which halfway line goal was better, Jimenez or Ben Arfa?
Oh my god! Here we go. I saw that little tweet, Finn. No. If you're not already aware, Finn's got a crush on Raul Jimenez. Anyway, so we've discussed the lineup. Let's say Patricio in goal. Then the same back three as normal. Doherty at right wing back, Johnny at left wing back. Then Donker. Now, I don't know if... I think basically with his agency, his brother is more or less his agent, and he's been fueling a fire over the last few weeks with Belgian press regarding Den Donker leaving Wolves. Seems like he's basically just trying to get Leander some more game time. Matt, with him actually playing against Liverpool, what did you think of his performance? Does he deserve to play more Premier League football?
I think once he sorts his running action out, he'll be all right. He's like, you see those races, like the walking races where you're only allowed like 1 foot on the ground and like proper hobbling. That's how he runs.
It's like he's got like a stick just stuck down his back and he can't move his back.
It's like he's on hot coals. I thought he was brilliant against Liverpool. I've been impressed with him every time I've seen him.
Yeah.
And I know these are all rumours and hearsay, but I really hope he stays at the club because he's got a big future. He's one of the most promising young players in European football. So I'd play him again. Every time he's played, he's impressed, so it's hard to kind of drop him. The only thing he needs to do is lay off the Krispy Kremes because he's about 2 stone overweight. Imagine how good he'd be if he was fit.
I said that months
So it's
ago.
not
I
bad,
said
mate,
he needs
to be
to
fair.
go. If he'd have followed my plan months ago when I said lose a bit, he'd be all right by now. But yeah, he doesn't do anything special, does he? So far he's had like 2.5 games to show it, bar the Carabao Cup games. But yeah, he's doing that dirty work almost, and that freed Neves up. Arguably one of the things, we'll get onto Neves in a minute, but I've got some sort of theory about Mitre footballs after he said about it. But we'll get onto it. No, we can
Push on
and
to it
also,
now.
while I was saying as well, if it wasn't Man City coming up, Vinagre could have definitely had a shout for left wing back.
Absolutely.
But I think when it's Man City, Johnny's
If
got.
you look at our most recent games, though, Neves, Tottenham and Liverpool, probably Neves' best 2 performances of the season, maybe.
Yeah, and look who's partnered in. Yeah.
There with the donk, mate.
The donk.
Coincidence? I think not.
You're onto something, Matt. Yeah, Finn, what are you saying about the Mitre footballs then? Go on.
Well, just something that I thought, because I saw in his interview, didn't he, after he said that it was nice to be back with a Mitre football. I thought, hang on, because he scored the 1 goal, hasn't he? Well, he's got the penalty in the Premier League, and he's had the
free kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's had 1 long ranger, and are they Nike footballs, Premier League?
Yeah.
I assume
Probably,
they're Nike.
yeah.
But Championship, all Mitre footballs, he gets his 6 worldies. And then first game back with a Mitre football, he scores his first real worldie of the season. So it's got to be something with the balls. I don't know whether, because I think they're lighter, aren't they, Premier League balls or something like that.
He thinks,
So
mate, therefore he plays. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Every FA Cup game, lads, get Neves to score outside the area, get it on, because it's going to be more
good odds on
likely. Sky always have it at like 6-1, and he never does. But I think in the FA Cup, it could be a shout because there's something about them balls. But yeah, I hope he's training with them.
I can't believe I'm looking at the odds, like Arsenal at 10s and us at 12s. Like how far have we come in the past like couple of years?
Well,
lining up with a midfield of George Saville, Tommy Rowe, and Jed Wallace.
I'll say that I think this is our best chance in years that we've had of winning the FA Cup. You've already had a few big boys crash out. A couple of the big boys have got each other in the next round. And we, no disrespect to Stoke or Shrewsbury, we've got a good tie there, and a tie we should win, especially with Stoke getting a new manager. They're all over the place. Shrewsbury, obviously bringing Dave Edwards back, Sam Ricketts in charge, so that'll be quite a good game. So it'll be interesting to see who we get. And regarding the Mitre ball situation, it's either a good call, Finn, or you've got a bit too much time in your hands. One of the two, we don't know yet. But guys,
Get your money on it.
That's it. Obviously, we've discussed our team. Let's discuss score predictions. I'll go first. I've said it once or twice, but I'm going to back Wolves to get something. I always do. I've said a 1-1 draw. Finn, we'll go with you next.
Yeah, I was thinking 1-1 or 2-1. Obviously, it could very well be a 5-0. It's just how that, if they get an early goal or something like that, or the plan just falls apart. But I'll go different to you. I'll say 2-2.
Go on, Matt.
Matt's
a realist.
I'd be happy with a 0-0, so I don't have to hear the Man City announcer's voice because he's got the worst voice in world football. Goal for City!
Number 9, Matt Cooper!
Gabriel Jesus! Adama 1-0, obviously. I want that new lead.
Oh, yeah,
That's a good prediction.
3-1 City, sorry.
3-1, brilliant. Hashtag blonde Matt in the comments. Guys, that is our preview done for the City game. As always, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Big thanks for 2,500 subs as well, guys. Obviously, this is just a start. You know, we've not even been going a year yet, so it's a good start for us. Make sure you leave your comments in the comment section down below. If you go into the game, what you reckon the score is going to be, what your thoughts, who should start for Wolves. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully you enjoy the game. And, of course, plenty of videos coming up in the next week or so. Until then, though, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll see you all very, very soon.